Ata Adonai, Hama'ariv Aravim.
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love.
Try that. We are loved.
We are loved, loved, loved
By unending love.
by unending love
And unending love.
and unending love. We are embraced by arms that find us, even when we are hidden from ourselves. We are touched, leave fingers that soothe us, even when we are too proud for soothing.
We are counseled by voices that guide us, even when we're too embittered to hear. We are loved, loved, loved
By unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love.
Ahavat Olam, Beit Yisrael Amcha Ahavta, Torah u'mitzvot, Hukim u'mishpatim, Otanu limadita. Al Kain Adonai Eloheinu, B'shachbenu u'kumenu, Nasiach bechukecha, V'nismach b'divrei Toratecha, U'v'mitzvotecha leolam va'ed. Ki hem chayenu, V'orach yamenu, U'vahem negei yomam v'layla, Ve'abtcha al tasir mimenu leolamim. Baruch atah Adonai, Ohev Amo Yisrael.
By unending love and unending love.
Sing it loud.
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. Embraced, touched, soothed, and counseled. Ours are the arms, the fingers, the voices. Ours are the hands, the eyes, the smiles. We are loved by an unending love.
See, just voices.
We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. We are loved, loved, loved by unending love and unending love. Shema Yisrael, Adonai Eloheinu, Adonai Echad. Baruch Shem Kevod Malchuto Leolam Vaed.
You may be seated.
ואהבת את אדוני אלוהיך בכל לבבך ובכל נפשך ובכל מאודיך, והיו הדברים האלה אשר אנוכי מצווך היום על לבביך, ושיננתם לבניך ודיברת בם בשבתך בביתך ובלכתך בדרך ובשוכבך ובקומך, וקשרתם לאות על ידיך והיו לטוטפות בין עיניך, וכתבתם על מזוזות ביתך ובשעריך, למען תזכרו ועשיתם את כל מצוותיי, והייתם קדושים לאלוהיכם. אני אדוני אלוהיכם, אשר הוצאתי אתכם מארץ מצרים, להיות לכם לאלוהים. אני אדוני אלוהיכם.
Adonai Elohechem, Emet.
From the prayer book of Shahar Zahav, founded in 1971 at San Francisco's Gay and Lesbian Synagogue. They say cold feet are a sign of turning back, the failure of internal will. But I say it can be the other way, the body's anticipation of things to come, whether demons nipping at your heels or gnawing within. Here's the thing: settle quietly, close your eyes, then take the most deliberate, deep breath, as though it were the very first. And when you can feel it penetrate every bit of your being, make the rest of your life possible. You open your eyes and take that first step out of the sea of reeds. Watered feet are just the price of coming home. Page 43.
ושמרו בני ישראל את השבת לעשות את השבת לדורותם לברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש. ושמרו בני ישראל ושמרו לעשות את השבת לדורשם ברית עולם. ביני ובין בני ישראל אותי לעולם לעולם. כי ששת ימים עשה אדוני את השמיים ואת הארץ, וביום השביעי שבת ויהי נפש.
We continue with the Amidah, beginning on page 46. Please rise.
Adonai שפתי תפתח ופי אגיד תהילתך. Adonai, open up my lips, that my mouth may declare your praise. Baruch atah Adonai, Eloheinu, Elohei Avotenu ve'imotenu, Elohei Abraham, Elohei Yitzhak, Elohei Yaakov, Elohei Sarah, Elohei Rivka, Elohei Rachel, Elohei Leah, האל הגדול הגיבור והנורא, אל עליון, גומל חסדים טובים, וקונה הכל, וזוכר חסדי אבות ואימהות, ומביא גאולה לפני בניהם, למען שמו באהבה. מלך עוזר, מושיע ומגן, ברוך אתה אדוני, מגן אברהם ועזרת שרה. אתה גיבור לעולם אדוני, נחיה הכל, אתה רב להושיע, מוריד הטל. מכלכל חיים בחסד, מחיה הכל ברחמים רבים, צומח נופלים ורופא חולים, ומתיר אסורים, ומקיים אמונתו משני העפר. מי כמוך בעל גבורות, ומי דומה לך, מלך ממית ומחיה ומצמיח ישועה. ונאמן אתה לחיות רבות, ברוך אתה אדוני, מחיה הכל. אתה קדוש ושמך קדוש, וקדושים בכל יום יהללוך סלה. ברוך אתה אדוני, האל הקדוש.
We continue silently, and when your prayers are finished, please be seated.
continue our service on page 253 as we turn to a prayer for healing.
שבירך אבותינו מקור הברכה לאמותינו. May the source of strength who bless the ones before us help us find the courage to make our lives a blessing, and let us say Amen.
We sing these words this evening. Our thoughts turn to those in our community, those in our families, our close friends who need extra healing tonight. Our synagogue community thinks of Eliezer Moshe Ben David, Rachel Lazar, Jeffrey Feldman, Violet Linder, Vida Aziz, Brett Nat, Summer Kurder, Avraham Ben Ruvain Umira, Len Cabot, Lori Doss, Cindy Ford, Mark Goldstein, Joan Goldstein, Fred Epstein, Mary Barnett, Herb Saltzman, Barry Seliger, Tajan J, Carmen Urena, Greta Berman, Vince Tamori, Talia Malinsky, Jeffrey Edelstein, Barbara Tripp, Sam Frankel, Glenn Adamowski, and Eric Deutschman. And if you are thinking of someone, I invite you to say their names as my eyes meet yours.
Bless those in need of healing with refuah shlema, the renewal of body, the renewal of spirit, and let us say
On Shabbat, we come to this holy space for so many different reasons. For prayers of healing, for prayers of comfort, but also to celebrate the vibrant community that we have here as well. And the vibrancy we'll see tomorrow morning with our B'nai Mitzvah. So it's my honor to invite up Logan and Marley and Ethan and their families to join us on the Bima. And I'm going to ask Jonathan Gelfand to help us out, pass out some grape juice this evening as well. And we like to fill our Bima with other good things. So maybe it's your birthday this past week. Maybe you had an anniversary. Maybe you're home from college. Maybe you did really well on a test. Maybe you got a job. Something good to celebrate. Maybe you have a new grandchild. Anything else? So please help us fill our Bima this evening to celebrate all these joyous moments. And we're going to turn to page 4, and I invite you to rise.
Adonai, Eloheinu melech haolam, asher kiddushanu b'mitzvotav, v'ratzavanu, v'shabbat kodesho, v'ahava u'ratzon, inchilanu, zikaron, v'ma'aseh, v'reishit, ki hu yom tehillah, lemikra'ei kodesh, zecher yetziat mitzrayim, ki lanu bacharta, ve'otanu kidashta, mikol ha'amim, v'shabbat kodeshecha, ve'ahava u'ratzon, inratanu, baruch atah Adonai, mekadesh ha-shabbat. We say l'chaim. What are we celebrating over here? A prom, awesome. Grandson's graduation. Anniversary. Double chai, anniversary, mazel tov, and 3 wonderful b'nai mitzvah that will lead our congregation with full pride, with full energy, with full spirit tomorrow. You have been working so hard for this amazing moment, and currently the Israelites are on a journey. They are approaching the lands, and the journey, we learn a lot about ourselves as Israelites. And I know that the 3 of you have learned a lot on this journey to become a b'nai mitzvah. You've done it with spirit, you've done it with hard work, and tomorrow you will show our congregation filled with family and friends all that you can do. But the journey doesn't just end tomorrow, because I know you will continue on this journey, bringing love and joy to your families. And we say mazel tov to you, Ethan, to you, Logan, and to you, Marley. And we say mazel tov. Take a big sip. Please be seated. So tonight, for our sermon, we are so lucky to hear from one of our teens and soon to be high school graduates. Izzy Kofsky will be sharing words of Torah tonight. And Izzy has been an integral part of our temple community and is no stranger to our temple and bima. Izzy has spoken at many camp Shabbatot. How many, like 8 maybe? Close to that. Has led our youngest learners in our religious school, has read Torah on the high holy days and Simchat Shabbat services. And this past year, Izzy has worked with JTA, the Jewish Telegraphic Association, where they did research on Judaism and anti-trans bills that were being proposed across our country. And what does Judaism say about that? And so tonight we'll hear some of those insights. So Izzy, thank you for being a part of this community, for sharing yourself and sharing your wisdom with all of us this evening.
Oh, my last speech in my pocket too. It's crazy. Shabbat Shalom and Happy Pride. Today is Friday, which is my favorite day of the week because it's Erev Shabbat. And it's Pride Shabbat, which is one of my favorite special Shabbat celebrations. It's probably second to Camp Shabbat, but... And my friends are here, as well as my English teacher, and I'm going to Chili's after this. So today is a really great day. And Pride Month, in a lot of ways, is a really great month. I have so many memories of genuinely joyful experiences during Pride Month. At my camp, URJ 6 Point SciTech Academy, tongue twister, we celebrated Pride Day Friday, which I helped to organize back when I was an 8th grader, where the whole camp dressed up in rainbow outfits, and we all celebrated what made us different. Even last week, on the 2nd day of June, my high school had a Chalk the Walk event where students and teachers, as well as other community members, got together and covered my high school's front walkway in rainbows and inspirational sayings. I would love nothing more than to spend this sermon talking about the amazing times that I've had during Pride Month. But by doing that, I would be glossing over a gravely serious problem that we as Americans are having. An epidemic of anti-LGBTQ and especially anti-trans hate has been permeating our society through state legislators, school boards, social media, and even Congress. While homophobia and transphobia have always been a problem, there has been a severe uptick in bigotry and threats towards the LGBT community within the last year, and it's genuinely frightening. According to the ACLU, the American Civil Liberties Union, there are 491 anti-LGBTQ bills moving through state legislatures as we speak. And don't think that this is only happening in states like Texas and Florida. In our home state of New Jersey, there have been 6 bills targeting LGBTQ rights that were introduced to our state legislature, and 4 of those bills are currently advancing through our state's government. Even in Massachusetts, the first state to legalize same-sex marriage, 2 anti-trans bills are advancing through their legislature. Now, you may be thinking, why is this sermon turning into an AP Gov lecture? And to that I say 2 things. Number 1, I learned more by researching this sermon than I learned all year in AP Gov. We're watching Mean Girls right now. It's super fun. And number 2, I remind you of this. As Jews, there are many values that we believe are important to living a righteous life. Values like respect, community action, helping the less fortunate, having courage, and acting with loving kindness are what should guide our lives and everything we do. And when something happens around us that is in conflict with these values, it is our duty to stand up for those who cannot do so for themselves. If we truly believe what we are taught in Genesis, that we are all created in the image of God, B'Tselem Elohim, then how can we do any less? So during a time such as this, where many of the people around us, even in our own community, are committing their lives to hate and intolerance, we have to make things right. And making things right is a lot simpler than you might think. All of you are helping to spread kindness and acceptance right now by showing our synagogue community that you support Pride and want to celebrate it. If you have a family member or friend that is part of the LGBT community, even if you don't completely understand their identity, let them know that you are there for them and you support them. Simple things like this are the first step in combating hate and practicing tikkun olam, or the repairing of the world. One of the biggest reasons why anti-LGBTQ and especially anti-trans hate is able to spread so quickly to so many people is because as humans, we fear what is different from us. Throughout the history of the world, bigotry has spread because some have viewed anyone who looks, acts, or lives differently from them as immoral or threatening. And we as Jews have certainly not been immune to that. As a diasporic religion, Jews were kicked out of country after country because we practiced a different religion. And thus, how hypocritical would it be for us to turn around and ostracize other people just because they experience love or gender in a different way from us? We know how pervasive and violent anti-Semitism can be, and how terrible it feels to be the target of hate groups. So why should we then have no sympathy for other communities that are targeted by these groups? So, as Pride Month continues on, I implore you to spread love, fight bigotry, and learn to accept those who you don't understand. As I go off to camp in a few weeks and college in a few months, I will keep this synagogue in mind as a community that, in many ways, gets it right. I hope all of you continue to stand up for what is right and to not forget the values of loving your neighbor and repairing the world. Shabbat Shalom.
much, Izzy, for your powerful words and your powerful charge. And we look to you as our future, but it's upon us as the present to take your words forward. These words, if we loved like that, v'ahavta l'reacha kamocha, love your neighbor as yourself, by Alana Arian, written for her wife, Cantor Julia Cadrain.
Thank you for your words. We have been blessed to have you as part of this community. And while you're just going to Carleton College, we're ready to write your recommendations for rabbinical school or cantorial school, whatever you want as well. So thank you for sharing your spirit with all of us this evening. A blessing for pride. Mekor Chachayim, source of life, you have blessed each of us with your spirit and your wisdom. You have made each of us a unique treasure. Ma'ayan Chayinu, wellspring of lives, cause us to flow with courage, strength, and compassion, to live our stories openly, proudly, and joyfully. Ruach HaShalom, spirit of peace and wholeness, open our eyes to the gifts and blessings we offer and receive from each other. Open our hearts to welcome each other fully and truly. Open our hands to embrace, to support, to lift each other. Begila, birina, uvirot, with joy, with song, and with deep friendship. Today, as we celebrate renewal, pride, and community, let us walk together with strength and compassion. We bless you, a wellspring of our lives. May you fill us with joy and sanctity. We conclude our service on page 282. The words of Aleinu, please rise.
Aleinu l'shabeach l'adon hakol, לתת גדולה יוצא בראשית, שלא עשנו כגוי הארצות, ולא שמנו כמשפחות האדמה, שלא שמנו כגוי וגורלנו ככל עמונם, ואנחנו קוראים ומשתחווים ומודים לפני מלך מלכי המלכים הקדוש ברוך הוא. ונאמר
והיה אדוני למלך על כל הארץ ביום ההוא יהיה אדוני אחד ושמו אחד.
We continue our service on page 293. Our thoughts turn to those who have departed this earth, our own loved ones, those whom our friends and neighbors have lost, the martyrs of our people, whose graves are unmarked, and those of every race and nation, whose lives have been a blessing to humanity. As we remember them, we meditate on the meaning of love and loss, of life and death. During this period of Shloshim, we remember Eric Bernstein, father of Mark Bernstein, Gabby Kraft Buckman, daughter of Cheryl and David Buckman, Martin Root, father of Jonathan Root, Joan Wald, mother of Linda Wald, and Flore Sharovsky, aunt of Lloyd Marks. If you're here, your loved one's name, I invite you to rise. During this time of Yartzeit, the anniversary of our loved ones' deaths, we remember Maury Acker, Frida Bauk, Owen Joseph Becker, David Berkowitz, Ida Bernstein, David Binder, Albert Bloomfield, Marjorie Calvert, Milton Sivens, Molly Grosser-Cohen, Leslie Cohen, Bradley Kustin, Harry Eric, Henrietta Eric, Ida Eisenberg, Mort Elish, Mo Farber, Rhoda Farber, Marcia Federbush, Jacob Feldman, Lawrence Fine, Vivian Finkel, Pauline Flaxer, Miriam Fleisch, Herbert Frost, Larry Gehring, Meyer Goldstein, Erwin Gerland, Sanford Gutentag, Ruth Gutman, William Herman, Arnold Holtzman, Herb Jarecki, Alan Jason, Oscar Kendler, Jack Kessler, Joseph Kligman, Herda Morgenthau, Louis Motel, Susan Nathanson, Linda Navy, Louis Neubauer, Seymour Overin, Joel Pizer, Gloria Reich, Bess Reichman, Herbert Ross, Rose Rubin, Irving Samuels, Libby Savin, Harry Schechtman, Daniel George Schofferman, Kenneth Schaffman, Mo Steinberg, Jacob Tolkoff, Louis Turk, Claire Ustin, Gerald Walpin, Morris Warshaw, Max Wasserman, Nathan Woofsey, Louis Wurtzel, Aaron Zavaro. If you are in the first year of mourning, I invite you to rise as well. In sacred solidarity, we rise for the words of Mornis Kaddish, found on page 294. We read together, Yikada v'yikada shemei Rabbah, v'yalma tivarach yirutei v'yamlik malchutei, v'chayachon u'vyomechon u'chayei d'chol beit Yisrael, v'agala v'yizman kariv yimru amen. Yehi shmei Rabbah mivarach le'alam amei amaya. Yiparach v'yishtabach v'yipa'ar v'yitramam v'yitnaseh, v'yitadar v'yitaleh v'yitalal shemei d'kudashah barichu. Le'ila mikol berchata v'shirata, tushbechata v'nechamata, Damiran biyama v'yimru amen. Yehi shlama rabba mit shemaya. V'chayim aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. Osei shalom b'mrama. Huya say shalom. Aleinu ve'al kol Yisrael v'yimru amen. May the one who creates harmony on high bring peace to us and all of Israel. As together we say, amen. Please be seated. Tomorrow, our celebration of Shabbat continues with Saturday morning minyan and our Holy Scrollers program, as well as Simchat Shabbat at 9 o'clock, and then our B'nai Mitzvah that follow as well. On Tuesday, please join us at Town Hall at 5 o'clock for raising the Pride flag. And we have a couple other upcoming things about our congregation on Monday. If you want to get look into our budget. We have a budget presentation, and you can ask questions about our everything that you ever wanted. So please join us. That's in person at 7:30, and then our congregational meeting, but more of a congregational celebration at 8 o'clock. There'll be a pre-reception at 7:30. It has been a wonderful year at Temple Emanu-El. We get to celebrate all that has happened. We hope that you can join us. And we also do need a quorum to vote on our Board of Trustees and the budget. So if you can join us at 8 o'clock on Wednesday, that would be great. And other great events are coming, including the New Jersey Symphony. All 65 members of the symphony are coming on Thursday, the 22nd, open to the public, free. We will be at 6 o'clock. We hope that you join us for that special event. And we are gearing up for the summer with hikes, with Tot Shabbats, with lots of other great learning and social programs throughout the summer if you're not going away for camp. So we hope that you can join us throughout. Our closing song to be found on our handouts.
Beautiful. It's okay.
I didn't know that, sorry.
You're ready.
Somewhere over the rainbow, way up high, there's a land that I heard of once in a lullaby. Somewhere over the rainbow, skies are blue, and the dreams that you built to dream really do come true. Someday I'll wish upon a star and wake up where the clouds are far behind me, where troubles melt like lemon drops away above the chimney tops. That's where you'll find me. Somewhere over the rainbow, bluebirds fly. Birds fly over the rainbow. Why then, oh why can't I? If happy little bluebirds fly beyond the rainbow, why, oh why can't I?
I'm going to invite Marley and Ethan and Logan up to join us for Motzi. And I think we should, why did we sing that song at the very end of our Shabbat? Join us.
Well, because that is the anthem of the gay movement. I'm going to read from CBST's prayer book, B'chol Lvivka, which is the gay and lesbian synagogue in New York. And it says that Somewhere Over the Rainbow, written by Yip Harburg, the son of Jewish immigrants, a quintessential Jewish hymn to envision the other side of the rainbow while still living in Kansas. There was no rainbow in L. Frank Baum's Wizard of Oz. This was Yip Harburg's invention, the dream of the downtrodden to image freedoms not yet tasted. When the young Judy Garland sang this song, it was embraced by countless gay people who understood her yearning for freedom and color somewhere else. And we sang it in her original key, and it's the modern gay rights movement was born, and Somewhere Over the Rainbow became its anthem. Baruch atah Adonai Eloheinu melech haolam hamotzi lechem min haaretz. Amen. A rainbow shalom.
Biggest Pride Shabbat there was?
Probably.
In terms of band and...
Oh, yeah. This is only the fourth time they've done Pride Shabbat. Yeah, they never did it.
Very cool.
Thank you. Oh, look at that.
Let's take a picture of it.
I know, we did it.
There's a video of it.
It matches your rainbow.
Oh, nice. Is it intact?
Yeah.
Still there?
Yeah. It looks good.
Nice.
Yours?